Hey, there we are.
Hey,
Hi,
hello everyone.
Rabbi Chana. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's wonderful to see you.
I know it's been a while. It's been like a couple months, I think,
Yeah.
since you've been on.
I think it's been
Yeah,
about 2 months.
yeah. So I mean, we've missed you. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Very happy. I'm very happy that you are back. Hey everyone. Welcome. There's not many people here yet. I'm sure that some people will roll in, but John is here, and
Hi, John.
so is Schenk, who is in one of my Hebrew classes that I'm teaching right now. Yeah, it's good to see Schenk, and I was never here is hanging out just to see what glorious meme will arise from today's Hebrew stream. You know that even rhymes. That's very good, very clever.
Are we meme
Was
worthy? I think we're
never
meme
here.
worthy.
I think so. I
I
honestly,
think
I've
so.
been it's on my list of it's on the backlog of things that I'd like to get done, but I've actually been collecting clips from old Hebrew streams, which are
Oh, nice.
very meme. And you're in at least one of them, so
Oh no.
very meme worthy. Yeah. So oh look,
Oh no.
Sapphire plushy sorceress light is here. Good. It's good to see everyone. Welcome. Oh, another one of my Hebrew students, Noise Ending,
Hello,
is tuned
hello.
in. So I think everyone's they keep trickling in here. Scat of
That's
Frozen
because
Fury. Hi. It's
we're
because
awesome.
we are awesome, and we're not known to start on time always. So people, it's a chill place. It's pretty relaxed. Scat of Frozen Fury 9266 is tuning in from Dublin. Wow.
Ooh,
Hello,
hello.
Dublin, and welcome. I'm pretty sure it's like the middle of the fucking night out there, but I'm
It's gotta
honored
be.
that you are. Yeah, right. That you're here hanging out with us and reading more of this fever dream, or I guess series of fever dreams
It's
that
more of a
one
series.
prophet, yeah, Zechariah had. And I don't know, it just kind of feels like we the more we read, I was never here, says Rabbi Chana needs to be in at least 2 clips. Dr. Turtlegate. I was never here has resorted to calling me Dr. Turtlegate because I made a comment recently that I thought Turtlegate was a cool name, and that I would really like it if my name was Dr. Turtlegate. So
Well, now it is.
thanks. Now it is. Thanks. I was never here for indulging me. Noise Ending is happy to see you back. We all are. We
I'm
love it
so glad to be
when
back.
yeah, it's great. This is a good time. This is a fun stream.
I
So
think what happened to Zechariah is he took too much NyQuil, and
yeah.
what results from that is what you've been reading and what we're about to read.
Like I'm tempted to think, I'm a critical biblical scholar, and we are told time and time again that like much of this stuff that we read in the Hebrew Bible is a crafted narrative and prophecy well after the fact, that people were writing this stuff hundreds of years in some cases after
Right later, yeah.
yeah, later, right? And I'm when I read through, as we're reading through Zechariah, I have this tendency to imagine that yeah, th- this sounds like it could have been like actual visions from an actual prophet. And the reason I say that is because it's like one is crazier than the last one, and they're the kinds of things that I experience. It's not dissimilar from my own experiences coming out of a you know waking from a dream. I'm like, it's last week we read of a giant scroll just hanging out in the sky, and a jar came out of the scroll, and the angel the lid opened, the angel reached in and pulled out a woman and went and like thrust her back in and slammed the lid. Like, what the fuck? Who yes,
What
NyQuil.
happened?
It just, I mean, that's NyQuil plus Ambien. Revelation.
I would
might
say
be
yes.
that. So yes.
I've only read parts
so
of Revelation, as I'm not a New Testament person. But the parts I have read, I'm just like, this is wild.
yeah. So Revelation also drawing inspiration from Zechariah. As I think we'll read tonight. I think the
Yes.
passage, the vision that we read tonight is something that the visionary in the book of Revelation was drawing from, was riffing from. It's good to see you, John, and Aunt Jer as well. I'm sorry, Aunt Jer, I didn't say hi. Aunt Jer and I were talking earlier today about traveling in Eastern Washington State, which is interesting. So I'll say that. So here we are in Zechariah chapter 6. For those who are new and are perhaps unfamiliar with the show and how this works, this is the show where I get to hang out with a friend, in this case, Rabbi Chana, who comes by periodically, and we read the text, we translate the text, we go through some of the verbal features and, the grammar and the syntax if necessary, and we talk a little bit about the text. So that's what we do here for an hour. And so here we are in Zechariah chapter 6. If you have questions, please feel free to throw those up in the chat. If you want to make sure you get my attention, you can always super chat those. I won't complain about that. But so here we are. Did you want to start tonight, Rabbi Chana, or do you want me to start?
You know what? You go ahead and start. I'll take the next one.
Sounds good. Noise ending is confirming Revelation is NyQuil plus Coke. All right. So here I will start with chapter 6, verse 1. Oh, sorry guys, I keep forgetting. They like it. Some of the audience likes it when I point to all the words as I read them. So I'm just gonna make this big here and red so that everyone can see it clearly. All right, there we go. All right, starting from the top in verse 1 of chapter 6. Va'ashuv va'esa einai. Sorry. Let's move that over and let's put that there. Okay. Va'er'e v'hine arba markavot. Yotzot mibain shnei hechorim v'hechorim harei nechoshet. There's a nechoshet. That's it's an interesting word we can talk about. So here we go. That's the text. And I'll just provide my translation here. And this is the prophet speaking. This is the prophet Zechariah. Then I turned and I lifted my eyes and I looked and see, or I saw and look. That's vehene, behold, Look,
Mm-hmm.
look at that. See, 4 chariots were coming out. This says from between 2 of the mountains. And the mountains were mountains of bronze or copper. That's Nechoshet. This is I don't know. I think about this word a lot whenever I see it because this is the uh, in Numbers chapter I think it's 21. I think it's Numbers chapter 21. There's this story of an attack of like fiery snakes in the desert, and Moses is instructed by God to fashion a like a serpent, a snake of bronze, and to set it on a pole. It's the Nechoshet, the snake, the bronze snake. It's feminine, all of it, and this becomes an object of devotion in the temple of Yahweh at the time of Hezekiah. Hezekiah is said to have taken out Nechoshet, the bronze serpent, and they had a name for it. They called it Nehushtan. So, yeah, it's
I love that word, and I love that it's bronze or copper.
Copper.
I love that.
There's an air of just speaking of that story, just speaking of the object, the Nehushtan idol. There's an air of realism in that story. One of the things that we know about the Sinai is that there was a whole lot of copper that the Egyptians were mining at the end of the Bronze Age and the beginning of the Iron Age. There's remains of these massive copper mines down there, and they found some really interesting. There's an encampment that was discovered that dates to, I think it's either the 11th or the 12th century, and they found a shrine, and inside the shrine they found a bronze snake. It's so this is there's an air, like I like to say, there's an air of realism to, no, I mean, not the whole story, but to the antiquity of this story being connected to like a real time and place, right? So
right.
that's always kind of cool. All right, I got to do these verbs here. Sorry. So
No.
the first one, va'ashuv. This is a cal imperfect first singular with the vav consecutive from shuv. Notice the comets in the verbal prefix. And the reason for that is because, if you will recall, this is what happens with hollow verbs in the cal stem. They will always take this comets in the verbal prefix, and that's because the middle letter of the root, in this case the vav, disappears, and that then also affects the way we vocalize the vowel in the the conjunction in the vowel consecutive here. And we have another one right away. We have a couple here. Next, we have another cal imperfect first singular with the vav consecutive. Va'esa is from the root nasa. It's first week. It's a 1 noon verb. That is why you have the dagesh forte in the second radical of the root, and the first letter has disappeared and assimilated. Va'er'eh is also a cal imperfect first singular with the vav consecutive from ra'ah, which means to see. And yeah, I think, yotzot is a cal feminine plural participle from yatsa. These are those things going out or coming out. It's functioning in an attributive adjectival position to describe the chariots which were coming out. And then I think that's it. All right.
Okay. So we're on to 2. Ba Merkava, Ha Rishona, Susim. Let me blow this up for myself.
Okay.
Adumim. Did I have that right? I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adumim. Uba Merkava Hashinit, Susim Shacharim. So, like, in the first chariot, red horses. In the second chariot, black horses.
That's like the
And
whole verse. Yeah.
that's it. That's the whole verse. In the first chariot, red horses. The second chariot, black horses. And there are no verbs here.
None. That's true.
There are no verbs here. Now there are that is because it's the nominal clauses, right? Do I have that right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got that
okay.
right.
I wanted to make sure. Like I had to actually do a little more research on the nominal clauses with yesterday and today. Yeah. So my for those of you who know, I grew up Jewish. So understanding Hebrew in the terms of like, oh, this is what it says is my thing. Being able to break down the conjugation of it is not necessarily my thing. So I have to do a lot of prep work whenever I come to visit. But it makes me think, and I love it, and I have a lot of fun doing it. But I always tell my wife, I'm like, sometimes I got to pull out my BDB or the Hallet and make sure I have this right. And she's like, "You're fine. You're doing great." She's like, "I don't know a lick of Hebrew at all, so you're definitely better than me."
Excellent. Oh, wow. So the really neat thing about this show is that there's a range, like in terms of the guests that I have on. You've got like syntactical grammatical phenoms like Jason Hare from the Hebrew Cafe, or Dr. Josh, who are extremely well versed in all the nitty-gritty grammatical bits of the language. And then you've got others who are less so, but do not appreciate the language any less, and still understand it just as well.
I love the language, and I like learning new things even at my big old age. So like when I get down into it and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's something I didn't know and now I do.
See, this is those are some talented horses to be able to ride in those chariots. And I think this might be an instance where we can this preposition bet here can occasionally, most often it means like in, right? Or even it can mean on. On occasion it means with. And I wonder if that's the sense on in these set of clauses here in verses 3 and 4, with the we're on verse 2. Sorry, still. Yeah, with the first chariot, red horses, and with
the second chariot, black horses.
Yeah, black horses. I think I suspect that's probably the one of these instances where we can translate it like that, right? And I'll just point out too, mostly for students in my classes, susim adumim, as well as susim shachorim. These are examples, good examples of plural masculine adjectives in an attributive position with their referent nouns. So susim is the noun, shechorim or adumim is the adjective, which is providing literally the color to the noun. It's descriptive. So these are black horses and red horses. So yeah. There's an interesting. I wonder. Andrew asked, "Why don't you know whether it's bronze or copper?" Did I miss that part? And Jason notes that bronze is an alloy of copper, and maybe they considered any copper-based alloys to be copper. I'm not an anthropologist, neither am I, and offhand, I don't recall. They're probably bronze. Like the stuff, everything that we're talking about here is probably bronze.
I am not,
But
but I am married to one. My wife is an
oh,
anthropologist.
very
So
nice.
what I can do is I will find out when we're done, and then I will message you, Kipp, with what she has to
Yeah,
say. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. That sounds good.
It's my pleasure.
Big Zebra Calm here has chimed in to say, "Don't trust horses ever.
Take it from a zebra. Yeah.
Good stuff. And Jason is excited to hear what happens with when you ask your wife about copper and bronze. All right. I shall move on then and read verse 3 here.
Let's do it.
Uva merkava hashalishit susim livanim uva merkava harbiit susim berudim adumim. Amutsim, not adumim. Amutsim. All right. So yeah, this is things get kind of interesting in this verse. So and with the third chariot, white horses, susim livonim, and with the fourth chariot, it says now it's like speckled horses, and then you have this other word here, amutsim, and I there's a variety of different translations for this expression here, the susim birudim amutsim. When I pulled out hollows, and I usually tend to go, especially for the purposes of this show, I usually tend to go with what hollow says. So what the Hebrew Aramaic lexicon suggests for this this gloss here is that the amutsim is like a flesh color. I've seen it translated as gray. It feels like there's a lot of question as to what's actually going on here with this color description, but it's almost certainly a spotted horse. And I think JPS, the 1985 version, I think just translates spotted horses, that like dappled spotted horses.
Yeah. That's how JPS has it, is dappled.
Right. So I'm not sure what I don't know what the dappling is distinguishing from the spotting. I don't know. Would you have any thoughts on this one?
Well, I think possibly the reason that the JPS does dappled instead of spotted is because dappled is is definitely a type of horse. In fact, I had one when I was a kid.
Oh,
and that was how
neat.
We just called her a dap. But it would be like the way that it looked wasn't actual spots. It looked like it flowed from this full color into this like dappling. So it wasn't full spots. It was just this kind of like,
that's
it's
cool.
hard to explain until you see one. But when you see a dappled, then you're like, oh, that's what that looks like. So I wonder if that's what JPS had in mind, is when they were doing it.
Maybe that's it. So yeah, I think we'll notice here too as we go through this. There is ongoing confusion in this text about these horses, the speckled dappled horses, or the speckled flesh colored horses,
yeah,
or the speckled gray horses, which is something I saw somewhere else. But Yeah, and once again, we just have nominal clauses. There's no verbs here. We've got more of these attributive adjectival expressions. Susim livonim, susim berudim amutsim. So there is. I guess I could check the note here to see for verse 3 what it says. Chapter 6, verse 3a. Oh yeah, okay. So shoot. It looks like it's a duplicate. Uh there's a suggestion here to check with the Syriac or the Peshitta. I did not take the time to do that today, and I probably won't at this point. But I'm curious. Someone else is welcome to check the Peshitta if you want. So you good to we good to move on?
Yes, sir. So we are now in 4, right? I have that right?
We are. Yep.
Ba'anan, ba'amer el ha-malach ha-dover bi ma ela Adonai.
Nice short little verses.
It's like, and I answered and said to the angel speaking, "What are these, my Lord?"
Zechariah is asking that question a lot in these visions. It's actually kind of amusing to me that the exchange that Zechariah and the angel have quite often, because the angel will ask him too, what do you see here? And he's like, I don't know. What am I looking at?
What is this exactly? So we have the ba'anan, which is the first common singular. Like, I responded, I answered. Also, ba'amar is first common singular and said. And hadovar is the PL participle masculine singular definite. The one talking.
It's actually a cow participle.
Is it a cow?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Well, let me make
it's weird, right? Like, I mean, you're just expecting it to be a PL because
yes,
like,
I
Davar,
thought it was, yeah.
Right?
Davar, yeah, because of Davar.
PL.
Yeah.
So but and for those in the chat, you can see this too because of the vowel pattern. You've got the holum in the first radical and the serre in the second radical. The PL participle would be hamidaber with the doubled bet and the mem at the front of it as well.
You know what's funny is when I have this, I always put the root too, and I have from the root davar, the cow participle. Yeah. So it's funny to me that then when I went to do the other, I was like, no, that's peel. Yeah,
it's awesome. It's just I mean, it's weird. It's weird that these show up as cow participles. It's so I almost think that historically they were not, like, and that the rabbis, the Masoretes, when they encountered this, went, well, what else could it be?
Right? It's got to be, right?
So yeah, that's kind of how that's in my head canon for this text. So
I love that you have a head canon for the text, because I always thought I was the only one who did that. I have these visions of them, the Masoretes, like sitting around, kind of like, okay, so what do we do with this bit now?
Yeah, totally, right. So yeah, it's I think this is very apt, right? Zechariah, what the fuck am I looking at? You tell me, Malak. That's really, honestly, I think if they were to name texts after something other than just the visionary or the author, right? Maybe the leading candidate for the title for the book of Zechariah is just that. What the fuck am I looking at?
What am I? Yeah, exactly. I think that would be it. What the fuck am I looking at? Like, I've already gone through this other shit. Like, I've already, and now I'm here. Like, what is it now?
So, and most of this stuff is terrifying. Like,
It is.
it's, you know, it's.
I'm still stuck back with the lady being pulled out of the jar.
I know. I know. Yes.
Because what I mean, and that's the thing you would expect too. Is like, what else do you expect? That you pull a woman out of a jar, you scream and throw her back in? Because I think to myself, that's what I would do too.
And then, for all intents and purposes, for the rest of the vision, she's just that. She's just there, in the jar.
Just there.
Just there. She's just staying there, in the jar. Wow. Okay. So that was verse 4. Yeah, Jason. Don't forget about the jar lady. Yeah. And yeah, this is why, right? I'm like, this is where I feel like people were actually seeing shit like this, because it's surreal and it's terrifying. And it's like, who makes this shit? Seriously, what kind of sick bastards make this shit up?
This is, I would agree with you. And I don't know if it's, due to the conditions they were living in, something that they ate, or he's just got the wildest, vividest, like, things that he's just seeing.
You missed this part too, Rabbi Chana, and it's a shame. The lesbian couple with the pilot's license bringing the woman in the jar somewhere where a weirdo on an acid trip won't just open her door without permission was sending me.
I definitely should have been here for that one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's hard to plan these things in advance. So I mean, I'm just glad you're here now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and read verse 5. Vaya'an hamalach vayomer elai. I'll put this back here so I don't mess up with the cursor too much. Ela arba ruchot hashamayim yotzot me hit yotsev al adon kol haaretz. All right. Oh, look. Good to see you, Prixie. Can't watch loud. Oh, yeah. I'm trying very hard to make sure I'm pointing to all the words. Everyone can attest to the fact that I've been diligent on this today.
He's doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you, Noizend. All right. So here we go. I'm going to translate here verse 5. And the angel answered, and he said to me, these are the 4 winds of heaven, or probably actually the 4 spirits
of heaven. That's how I have it.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of these times where you can legitimately translate ruach. That's this word here. Ruchot is the feminine plural form of ruach. I think this is one of these times you can legitimately translate this as spirits. So these are the 4 spirits of the sky who are coming out from Hit Yotsev. This is like from taking a stand al Adon against the Lord of Kol Haaretz, the whole earth. And like, I don't know. I think there's some legitimate questions that can be asked about who this figure is. I don't know that it's necessarily straightforward. But in any event, I'll do the verbs here really quickly. Vaya'an is a cow, imperfect third masculine singular, with the vav consecutive from anna. This is a third hey verb, students. That is why the hey is missing from the root. Vayomer, we know this. This is the cow third masculine singular, imperfect with the vav consecutive. Then we have yotzot is again. So this is a cow feminine plural participle from yatsa. Those womanly, femalely things that are coming out. In this case, the referent here are the arba ruchot, the four spirits who are coming out. And mehit yotsev is a hit pe'al mask or oh no, sorry, that's wrong. So mehit yotsev is a hit pe'al infinitive construct that is prefixed by the preposition, the inseparable preposition min. I might have to retranslate this this last part. These are the four spirits of the sky who are coming out from taking a stand against the Lord of all the earth, Kol Haaretz, or the whole world. Now, when I read this, I'm reminded of a couple of things. This verb yatsav here, in particular, this verb in the hit pe'al, I recognize from a couple of other places in the Hebrew Bible. Psalm 82, I believe, features the Elohim taking his stand using this verb and facing off against the other gods in the Council of El. I believe it's Psalm 82, or it might be is it Psalm 79? It's one of those. Somebody could look it up for me and let me know if you're able to. So it appears there. It appears in the story of Balaam, referring to the angel who takes a stand against Balaam and in the road, and the donkey avoids it. So this is interesting to me. Al here, I think, kind of reinforces this, that usually you see this to mean in context like this, it's very often the preposition al can function as against, in opposition to. So I feel like, I think the natural translation of this last sentence here is that the four spirits are in opposition to this figure. So I don't know. Do you have some thoughts on this?
That's interesting. I think that's actually an interesting take on it, because the idea that these spirits are standing opposite or against is a vivid kind of picture in my head. So I'm kind of here for that kind of understanding of it personally. I like parts of the text where you see somebody standing opposite of God, or the Lord of all the earth, or something of that nature. I'm here for it. When Aaron and Moses are like, you're kind of hangry and you need a Snickers, I'm here for that. So I'm for when people are telling God off. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
So I'm for it.
Oh, it's good to see you, Chrissy, by the way. Welcome. So, yeah, no, it's and this is me just because I honestly, I've just not spent any time in Zechariah, but I'm eager to yeah, there we go. I'm eager to take a closer look at this text now, especially after having read through a bunch of it. But But just from a natural reading, a cold reading really of what's here, I'm like, that's where my head goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what the words mean. So
Exactly.
I will take them at face value where I
At
can.
face value, yeah. And I agree
Yeah.
with you. And I think that is a really interesting image that it brings to mind when you're reading it that way. Like, here are these images that Zechariah is talking about seeing, that he's asking, like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you see these spirits come out and they're standing opposite of this. Like, that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's, I don't know, like as we continue here, right now, all I can think of is the Satan, who stands in the court of Yahweh in the first chapter of the book of Job,
That's right. It stands
right?
and then goes off as opposition, as
Yeah.
the what we say in Judaism. His job is to press on the Yetzer Hara, to
Yeah.
see how are you going to respond when I fuck with you a little. Like, what is
Yeah,
going to be
right.
your, like, how are you going to respond to that? Are you going to stay true to yourself, or are you going to lean into this evil inclination?
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, we'll point to some of that as we continue to go to move on here. If you ready to read
I
verse
do.
6? All
I
right.
am, and I
And this
do.
is yeah.
Just these are just a few of them. I have some downstairs because I've been out and about, and so sometimes I forget to hang them back up, and so I will put
Yes.
them on the end of my staircase, and they're just kind of hanging there, and I've forgotten to bring them up here. But I do try to color coordinate my hat to my outfits. She says, as if she doesn't wear anything other than t-shirts. Like,
Terrific.
okay, so we are on Zechariah 6:6.
Yeah.
Asher ba, ha-susim, ha-shekarim, yotzim, el-eretz zephon, viha-lebanim, yatzu, el, oh, I gotta blow that one up, acharim, viha-bedurim, bedrudim, yatzu, el-eretz ha-teman. Now, there's an interesting footnote here that I have now, and
Okay.
that's from the because I often also I do a few different translations when I'm doing it. One of them is the NRSVUE, because I like it for people who are reading the text in general. So the idea that the West Country is kind of a conjectural reading, because the Hebrew doesn't really say that. It says go after, so let's get to that.
Yeah, let's do that.
The one in which were black horses was going out toward the land of the north. The white ones went out after them, and the speckled, dappled, spotted gray ones went out toward the land of the south.
Yeah.
Now, the conjecture is that it's the West Country, because the Hebrew doesn't say that. It says go out after.
Yeah. So
and now we have.
Do you want to see the note here?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's marked here in verse 7. You can see it down here. Where is it? Here, it's this one. B to B, probably. They're suggesting El Eretz Hayam, so that would be to the land of the sea, right? Like to the west. So that's where the west
where they're
comes
getting
from.
to the west.
Yeah. So they're like, you can sort of see then how like they're suggesting a scribal corruption here, right? Like somebody misread Eretz as Achad, and then El Hayam, I guess, in here somewhere They just fucked this whole thing up and
They were
came up
just
with
like, we're
Acharehim.
tired and we're over it.
Yeah. But importantly, I think as you point out, like this is totally a conjecture. Like there's no, I don't believe there's any manuscripts. There's no manuscripts that read this. This is just something the editors have hypothesized. So that there's it would have they would have misread achard, the achard part as, or they would have misread the adits as achard, and then the yod, the hey, and the mem as hayam. So maybe you can see why, right? Because you've got like black horses coming out to the land of the north, and then you've got speckled horses going out to the land of the south. So I guess the white horses makes sense that they would be going out to the land of the west, right?
Right, because we see
Maybe
the it's possible.
It's possible,
but then
but
yeah,
definitely not a third.
Okay, so
you want to do the
make
verbs?
Sure I didn't go anywhere. Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So we have yotzim, which is the, I hope I have this right, the cow participle masculine plural.
Yep.
We have yatsu, again from yatsa, to stand. So we have the third, this is the third common plural, the cal perfect, slash like katal.
Yeah.
Did I get that right? Okay, I got that right.
You did.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Menopause is doing a thing on my brain. So like there's that too.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
I think it's just repeated here.
And then it's repeating. Yeah, we have like yatsu. So we have the two yatsu and the yotzim for our verbs in this one.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of there's a bunch of interesting questions coming up here. I'm wondering if I should pull those now. I'll just say one more thing about this. Maybe I'll do that, but before I do that, I'll say one more thing about this. And here's where I think there's some confusion, further confusion going on in the text, because we talk, these are the speckled horses, Vahabrudim. Reading ahead to verse 7, then you've got the Amutsim, which were like the dappled horses, right? Maybe that's it. Maybe what we're dealing with are, or some of the horses were speckled and some of the horses
were dappled. And so
okay, that's why. So
I think that's actually a good way of seeing it, because there definitely is a difference between like a spotted. Dappled are also sometimes called painted, because they look like their back ends have had almost brush strokes across them in color.
Right.
So that absolutely could be.
Okay. Before I get on to verse 7, just a couple of things here. Let's go back here. Big Zebra Com suggests you investigate a company called Tilly Hats.
Tilly Hats.
If you're not already.
No, but let me make a note of it, because I am always interested in good hats.
My brother-in-law had a Tilly hat. It's very much, they're very popular with sailboat operators, because I believe they have if I'm not mistaken, they have like a lifetime warranty on them. They're very good at honoring it. because they're
I'm here
supposedly
for
like
that.
indestructible hats.
I'm pretty rough on hats, so
Well, you might want a
literally,
Tilly hat, yeah.
yeah, I really am very rough on them. I just kind of toss them around, and like this one's a crushable one, which is good because I've had to reshape it
Oh,
so many
yeah, that
times.
is.
The four horsemen are
So
the single greatest contribution of the Bible toward. Yeah, I mean, Jason, I would agree with you. We see them show up like in Revelation, I believe. That's where they're from, is Revelation. Um,
originally Zechariah, but yeah, Revelation
yeah,
picks
and
up
then
on this image, and
yeah, I love that. I love that it has made its way into our common like visions. Like we see it used over and over in like comic books and movies and in
very
like
one of my
themes.
favorite Johnny Cash songs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When the man comes around. If you don't know it, you need to go listen to it. But yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's good. It's a good observation, I think. So and then Jason also asks, is there something pertinent about different colored horses going in different directions? And here, right, is where I'm sure that scholars have said a lot about this. I just don't know what
And
offhand. And now
I'm gonna
go
parrot
ahead.
you on that because I'm sure that the color has some sort of meaning, but I'm not able to think of it right off the top of my head. Like
Yeah,
that's another one that I'm happy to do a little more research on and get back to y'all. I'm happy to do it.
fun, awesome. Yes, it is. It is a great song. Um, Atger recommends wearing a parrot as a hat. They'll also outlive you, as well as tortoises.
This is true. I love that. I might have
Atger
to do that the next time you see me. I'm gonna bird up.
and Enter is full of all sorts of really useful um, suggestions and information, and she's awesome mod too. She's very good at what she does. So, all right, do you want to read verse 7?
I'll let you do it. I'll take the last one.
Oh wait, yeah, you just read, didn't you? Sorry, it's my
Yeah.
turn to read verse 7. My apologies. The Vaha'amutzim Yatsu Vayavaku Vayavaksh sorry Vayavakshu Lelechet. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. There we go. Lelechet Lehit Halech Ba'aretz Vayomer Lechu Hit Halchu Ba'aretz Vahit Halachna Ba'aretz. All right. And here we have the dappled ones, the dappled horses. They came out and they sought to go to wander about on the earth. And then he said, go, and speaking too clearly the dappled horses, he said, go walk about on the earth. And they walked about on the earth everywhere where I'm translating walked about. That's this verb here that continues to repeat itself. That's the hit pal form of halak, lehit halek, hit halhu, and v'tit halachna are all hit pal forms of halak. I'll talk about that here in a second. Just going through the rest of the verbs, we have yatsu. We saw already. This is a cal imperfect third common plural from yatsa. Vayabakshu is a cal imperfect third plural with the vav consecutive from bakash. It means to seek. Lalachet is a cal infinitive construct from halak, means to walk or to go, prefixed with the preposition lamed. The halak behaves like a one yod verb, which is why the hey is gone. And then we have these, right? We've got lehit halek is a hit pale infinitive construct from halak with the prefix preposition lamed. Then we have two imperatives here from the same root but different stems. Lehu is a masculine plural imperative from halak, go, and then hitalhu is a hit pale masculine imperative from halak, walk around, walk about, wander, if you will, roam, patrol. I've seen translated for this this word in the earth. And then finally, v'tetalachna is a hit pale third feminine plural verb. Very, these are, we don't see a lot of second and third feminine plurals in the Hebrew Bible, particular in the imperfect, and it's prefixed with, and it's with the vav consecutive here. So I'll just say something about this form, though. The hit pale stem, the form of halak, which happens with some frequency in the Hebrew Bible, and I have a couple of observations about it. Usually we translate hit pales as reflexive verbs, actions that the subject performs on themselves. Another way to translate those is as customary actions, things that are repeated, or something that someone is want to do. It's a tendency for the person. You might see that indicated by the hit pale. That's why lots of times you see this particular verb, the hit pale of halak, translated as walking around, wandering, right? It's an ongoing sort of form of walking. A really interesting feature of it is that very often the hit pale form of halak appears with a divine figure as the subject. So Yahweh God in Genesis 3, hit halak, walks around in the garden. Both Noah and Enoch are said to have hit halak, walked with God or the gods. And again, we return again to Job chapter 1 here, right? This is how the Satan describes his own actions. Hit halak, walking around in the earth. So it's I always think it's an interesting connection. All right. You got anything, Rabbi Chana, on verse 7? Sorry, I was talking a lot. Oh, I think you're muted. Can you unmute yourself? We don't want to miss. You're still. There we go.
I did it. There we go. Hey. I don't know how I did that. Oh, hold on. Let me shove up my hair again. I was saying that I think visually speaking, one of the things that's interesting is these dappled or speckled horses are the ones who are now going out and they're just going to wander and kind of do their own thing. I love that.
Right.
Out of all of these horses, it's these ones that are going out to wander the earth.
And they're also the spirits, right? Like they've been identified as these are the spirits. The spirits of the sky are horses, guys.
I love that.
Different colored horses. It's cool.
And honestly, being an indigenous person, the idea that the spirits of the sky would be in horses, like, is just kind of I love that metaphor.
Yeah.
I okay. Like are we ready? Are we ready for this last one?
Last verse, you bet.
Okay. Vayatzek oti ba yedaber elei lemor re'eh hayotzim el eretz zafon, henechu et ruchi be'eretz zafon. Yeah,
That's it.
let me get here. I have and then he cried out to me, spoke to me, saying, "See, one's going out toward the land of the north, have caused my spirit to rest in the land of the north."
Yeah. Yeah, there's what do we do with this one? So this is the angel crying out and saying to Zechariah. He's very upset about this. So they will make my spirit settle in the land of the north, or make my spirit rest. Yeah, because this hey Nihu is this is a hifil. It's causative. It's yeah. So oops, sorry about that. There we go. Do you want to do the verbs?
Absolutely. We have the Vayetzek, which is the hifil third masculine singular, like called out, cried out. The Vadeber is, hopefully I got this right. Is this the third? This is also third masculine singular.
Yeah.
And he spoke or spoke. Lemor is the infinitive. Yes, this is a PL. And Lemor is the cal infinitive construct. Re'eh, the cal imperative masculine singular. Hayotzim, cal participle masculine plural definite. And Heneku, the hifil perfect third common plural.
Boy, we sure made up for all those verbless clauses in the last
right
in the last couple of verses here, didn't we?
They're like,
it's like you had a quota
on all the verbs.
Yeah. You had a quota to meet. So damn it, I spent all those, I did all those verbless clauses, and I have all these verbs. I gotta do something with them.
I'm gonna put them at the end.
Yeah. So this is the end of the vision here. Right? So look, those that are going out to the land of the north. Who's going out to the land of the north?
It seems like it's the angel speaking.
Yeah. So, but it's the black horses that are going to the land of the north here. I think in verse 6, right? So I assume that's Hayotzim here. Those who are going out to the land of the north, the black horses, will make the angel's spirit rest in the land of Babylon. In the land of the north. I have no idea what that means. But that's interesting. And then I guess too, is the angel speaking, is this like an angel of Yahweh situation where he's basically presenting himself as Yahweh, the king of the gods, or is he speaking for himself here?
Right, exactly. Is he
his own spirit?
Is he manifesting like representation, or is he just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna now. I've seen some shit with you because of this. Like I'm over it, and now I'm out of here." Which I wouldn't blame him, honestly.
Honestly. So yeah. Jason says, as far as visions go, I give this one a 3 out of 10. So yeah, it's kind of like we read, Josh and I once read Jeremiah chapter 1 for this show, And I always get a kick out of the very first vision there in Jeremiah chapter 1, where it's like there's a branch. That's it. That's the vision. Look,
That's it.
there's a
There's a branch.
branch on the
You saw
tree.
it.
You saw it. And then there's a pot that's boiling over.
Yep.
So I like to think that Jeremiah was young, right? He's figuring it out. He's just getting his visionary prophetic training wheels taken off here. Your first ones are never like a Rembrandt, right?
Not
Your
like
first
these.
one, I apparently got a
Not
yeah,
like
no,
these.
no,
These are
these are like So it's it's these are the masterclass in visions. So
absolutely. I
uh
love it. And I just want to make sure I wrote this down correct. The question I'm asking my anthropologist wife is it considered bronze or copper because of the alloy being the bronze, and so is every, or do I have that backwards? I just want to make sure that I wrote this down.
if someone can, or I can actually pull this up here too. Bronze is an alloy of copper.
Right. And are
Why
all
don't you know? Now, I see this was, and
yeah.
Jur is just, upset about the fact that I don't know whether it's bronze or copper. So I think maybe that's the question is
Okay.
is how do we know? And what and in at the end of the Bronze Age and the beginning of the Iron Age in the Levant and in Egypt, what would that have always been? Like, would that have been bronze or copper? I guess.
What's awesome
Here's
is
Jason.
the generalized MS copper. Yeah, I will. I'll ask her. And plus, my best friend's an archaeologist who Iron Age is his forte, but he's like staunch in the Iron Age is his expertise, and so I'll throw it out at both of them and see what they come up with.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I think it's after 6. We finished the vision. There will be a new vision to read next week. I'm still lining someone up to read. I believe Dr. Jordan Jones is back from his Greece trip, so I think I'm going to hit him up and see if he's ready to come back. Yeah, he took a bunch of University of Iowa students with him on a trip to Greece for the month of June. So
I love it.
I know, right? I haven't talked to him since he left, but I believe he's back. Dan McClellan's going to be coming back at some point here this month as well. So I'll set that up with him to see when. Unfortunately, Josh decided to start teaching a new class. So
Hebrew,
so he's become indisposed for the next several months. So noise ending points. There was a B&A stream today. So yes. And let me know if he talked at all about his trip to Greece, because I might go back and watch that. So good. Do you want to let us know, Rabbi Chana, who you are?
I'm absolutely happy to. As soon as I find out, I will message you directly, and then you can let all of these wonderful people know.
But you let us know who you are, and where the good people can find you. See? And what you're doing.
The brain. Yeah. I took myself a little bit of a sabbatical for a little while, but I am mostly back. My name is Rabbi Chana. If you don't know me, I go by that Rebel Rabbi on all of the social medias. So you will find me on TikTok. You will find me on Instagram. You will find me on YouTube, which I'm actually accessing more and more because I'm hoping to put. I do a series called Sacred Chaos. Kipp has been on it for my patrons, but I'm moving it towards YouTube as well. The next couple of people I'm trying to line up is going to be Aaron Hagashi, which I need to reach out to him and say, hey, buddy, you want to do this with me? And I'm hoping to have him as maybe my first YouTube, pardon me, my first YouTube interview.
Cool.
So
That's
I do
cool.
that, and I teach a lot via TikTok. Social media tends to be my thing. I have a few rabbinical students, but if you're interested in, I'm very progressive rabbi who, loves all the people and tries to be in service. That's where you'll find me: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, the whole bit. I know I love Aaron. Dr. Higashi is just, he's awesome, and he's such a calmness to him that I think would be interesting kind of vibe with my a little bit frenetic kind of ways.
Fitz of Rage is asking the same question that
There are.
Michael Jones.
In fact, we make up about 30% of the rabbinate currently. Women rabbis do.
Excellent.
So, and we're becoming more and more. In fact, I just had a friend who finished her yeshiva and was ordained. I have 2 students of my own, one that will be ordained at about September of this year, and one that will be ordained in about September of next year.
Awesome.
So we are here.
So, I mean, Michael,
are there female rabbis?
Yeah, I have to.
I love that every time you put that. Every time someone asks and you play that face, just the way he asks it so slow. Are there?
I know, right? Well, he's typing it into the Google. He's learning on the fly, right? It's just
Googling if there's women rabbis
in the middle of a fucking stream.
Yeah, it's hilarious to me. I had somebody the other day, because I did a trend on TikTok where it was like, who told you could do this? And I put up, who told you could be a woman rabbi? And it's like, I have pictures of me at the rabbinate, and then a picture of Regina Jonas, who was the first woman rabbi in modern day times. She was a rabbi during the Holocaust. And somebody was like, no one is questioning whether or not you're a rabbi. And I'm like, apparently you haven't been here. Are you new? First time?
Yeah, wow, eh? Awesome. Well, all of that is really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people in the chat are looking forward to seeing some of these wonderful things that you've got coming up.
I'm always excited to spend time with you. So let me know. I'm happy to do this. I'm always happy to do it again with you.
It's been a little while, and part of that is because like you had a really bad issues with your teeth
I had to have some teeth fixed that then hurt like hell for about a week. And then I did my son's graduation. He hit me up, and I was like, I would be there, but my son is graduating the same day. So I'm happy to be back.
She wasn't going to miss that. So
no, I thought about it too. I was like, well, I've got a lot of kids. I could.
Yeah, nice. It's just, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. But you're very happy that you went. It turns out.
I am. It was really wonderful. So I was very excited that I went.
That's awesome.
And you guys, I always love hanging out with you guys. It's always a pleasure. I always have fun. And of course, if you, like I said, if you want to get in touch with me, I'm in all the spaces as that Rebel Rabbi, and you'll see my face.
What a face. All right. So, I am not streaming tomorrow, and I'm not doing anything on the weekend. So this is the only thing from me this week. I will be back next week for another installment of Kitty at Ibrit. And next week on Friday, I am very excited that Vish and I will be joined by CJ Cornthwaite, as well as a fairly new creator. I'm sure a bunch of people have seen around the YouTubes more recently, named Shang Tsai Mindful Living. He's done graduate work in statistics and psychology and has been just kind of crushing it lately in responding to a lot of resurrection of Jesus apologetics, in particular from inspiring philosophy and from Than Christopoulos.
Oh.
So, yeah, no,
I'm
it's
excited
very,
for
very
this.
good. Very good. So, what's happening next week, though? It's actually this is something. So, Than, my friend Than, did a stream in response to something that Shang Tsai had done about statistics and probability and those sorts of arguments for the resurrection. And Than decided to bring on with him Trent Daughtry, who is a disgraced former philosophy professor from Baylor University, who managed to get himself. They asked him to leave because he's that terrible. So, he's just an awful person and has terrible arguments. So, excuse me, because there was a lot of math in that 2-hour stream, I was like, I'm less interested in this, but I found another one. It sounds like Trent Daughtry is now Catholic. So I found a recent appearance of him on Pints with Aquinas. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Pints with Aquinas is a Catholic, pretty traditional Catholic apologist. So they did a show for Easter about like the 100% proof of Jesus's resurrection. So we're gonna look at that. But
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to be
I know,
there
right?
for that one.
I'm really excited. So that'll be next Friday at 2:00 Pacific, 5:00 Eastern. And yeah, Jason Jacoby, it is that bad. It really, really is. So anyways, thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. And this is Shang Tsai Mindful Living. I can actually, I'll just type that in. I believe it's this. He's a Chinese guy who lives in Canada. So it's actually going to be an all Canadian stream next week too. So
that's awesome. That's
CJ,
awesome. And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful.
Oh, sorry. I misspelled. It's I missed. There we go. Oh, there. I did it. TSAI, not TSI. Okay. Good. Okay. We're going to get out of here, everyone. Thanks again for coming out, and be good, stay safe, and as always, Hatikva.